What if I told you that the comfort you dream of tomorrow is being decided by the discipline you show today? Not someday, not next year, right now. This moment is the crossroads between struggle and success. We live in a world that wants rewards without effort, success without sacrifice, and comfort without commitment. But history, progress, and every meaningful life tells us a different story. Hard work is not punishment, it is preparation. When you choose effort today, you are not denying yourself joy. You are investing in freedom, dignity, and peace for the future you deserve. Hard work today is an act of deep self-respect because it shows that you value your future more than your comfort in the present moment. When you choose to work even when you are tired, distracted, or discouraged, you are sending a powerful message to yourself. My dreams matter, my time matters, and I matter. This kind of effort is not about impressing others or chasing quick praise. It is about honoring the life you want to build. Every drop of sweat, every long hour, and every sacrifice becomes proof that you refuse to settle for less than your potential. You are saying through your actions that your future is worth the struggle. When things are easy, anyone can show up. But when things are hard, when motivation fades, when progress feels slow, when no one is watching, that is when your character is truly shaped. In those moments, choosing discipline over comfort becomes a quiet but powerful victory. It is easy to dream about success, but it is hard work that turns those dreams into reality. Each time you push forward despite doubt or fear, you are building trust with yourself. You begin to believe, not just hope, that you are capable of more. That belief becomes unshakable over time. Hard work is also a way of casting a vote for the person you want to become. You may not see immediate results today, but every effort adds up. One workout may not change your body, one study session may not change your career, and one extra hour of focus may not change your life overnight, but together they create momentum. Day by day, these small decisions shape your habits, your mindset, and your identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who tries and start seeing yourself as someone who finishes what they start. There will be days when the effort feels invisible, when it seems like no matter how hard you work, nothing is changing. But growth often happens quietly, beneath the surface, long before it becomes visible. Just like roots grow underground before a tree reaches the sky, your consistency is strengthening you in ways you cannot yet see. What feels like struggle today is often preparation for strength tomorrow. If you quit too soon, you deny yourself the chance to see what you could have become. Choosing hard work today also means choosing freedom tomorrow. The discipline you practice now becomes the ease you enjoy later. The skills you build, the habits you form, and the resilience you develop create options in the future. You earn the right to live with confidence, stability, and pride because you paid the price when it was uncomfortable. That's not punishment, it's empowerment. In the end, hard work is not about suffering endlessly. It's about believing that your life has purpose and promise. It's about standing tall and saying, even on your hardest days, that you will not give up on yourself. When you respect your future enough to work for it today, you step into your power. And that choice, made again and again, can change everything. Comfort delayed is comfort multiplied. This is a truth that doesn't sound exciting at first because our minds are wired to chase what feels good right now. We want ease, rest, shortcuts, and instant rewards. But real comfort, the kind that lasts, the kind that gives you peace of mind, doesn't come from running toward ease. It comes from having the courage to wait, to work, and to choose the harder path when no one is forcing you to. When you delay comfort today, you are not denying yourself joy. You are investing in a future where comfort is earned, stable, and deeply satisfying. Easy choices are seductive because they don't demand much from you in the moment. Skipping the work, procrastinating, avoiding responsibility, or settling for less all feel light and harmless today. But those choices quietly send you a bill that arrives later, often when you least expect it. That bill comes in the form of stress, regret, financial pressure, limited options, and a constant feeling that life is controlling you instead of the other way around. The comfort you chose early disappears quickly, leaving behind consequences that are far heavier than the effort you avoided. Difficult choices, on the other hand, feel uncomfortable right now because they require discipline. They ask you to wake up earlier, stay focused longer, and say no to distractions that everyone else is saying yes to. They demand patience when results are slow and persistence when motivation fades. In the moment, this kind of effort can feel lonely and exhausting, but what it builds is powerful. It builds skills that no one can take away, confidence that comes from keeping promises to yourself, and stability that doesn't crumble when life gets hard. When you delay comfort, you gain control. You stop being at the mercy of circumstances and start shaping them. You gain the freedom to make choices based on values instead of desperation. You gain confidence because you know you can handle difficulty, and that confidence changes how you walk into rooms, how you speak, and how you see yourself. The struggle you endure today becomes the strength you rely on tomorrow. This kind of comfort is multiplied because it compounds over time. Small sacrifices made consistently grow into big rewards. One disciplined habit leads to another. One hard season creates opportunities that last for years. The work you put in when no one is watching becomes the foundation that supports you when everyone is looking. And unlike temporary pleasure, this comfort doesn't vanish overnight. It stays with you because it was built, not borrowed. Choosing delayed comfort is choosing long-term peace over short-term pleasure. It's trusting that your future self deserves more than quick relief. It's understanding that real ease comes not from avoiding effort, but from mastering it. And one day, when life feels lighter and your options feel wider, you'll realize the truth. The hard choices you made were never a punishment. They were a gift you gave yourself. Discipline is often misunderstood as restriction, as punishment, as something that takes joy away from life. But in truth, discipline is one of the greatest acts of self-love you can practice. It is the quiet decision made again and again to do what is necessary today so that tomorrow gives you choices instead of limitations. When you wake up early while others sleep, when you stay focused while distractions call your name, when you keep going even without applause, you are not losing freedom, you are building it. Think about how options are created in life. They don't appear by luck or sudden miracles. They are earned through consistent effort over time. Discipline is what turns effort into opportunity. A person who develops skills, saves money, strengthens their body, sharpens their mind, and honors their commitments creates a life with doors instead of walls. Later on, they are not trapped by circumstances because their past discipline has already paid the price for their freedom. When you work hard early, you gain the freedom to choose how you live. You are not forced into jobs you hate just to survive. You are not dependent on others to rescue you. You can decide where you want to live, how you want to spend your time, and what kind of work aligns with your values. That kind of freedom doesn't come from shortcuts. It comes from years of disciplined choices that compound quietly in the background. Discipline also gives you freedom of mind. There is a deep confidence that comes from knowing you can rely on yourself. When challenges arise, you don't panic because you have already proven that you can stay consistent under pressure. You trust your ability to adapt, to learn, to endure. That mental strength is priceless, and it comes only from disciplined action, repeated when it would be easier to quit. And perhaps most importantly, discipline allows you to care for the people you love. When you build a stable, intentional life, you are not just securing your own future, you are creating safety for your family, your community, and those who depend on you. You can give your time, your presence, and your support without fear because you are not constantly fighting to survive. Your discipline becomes a gift that extends beyond you. Freedom is not the absence of responsibility. Real freedom is the ability to choose your responsibilities instead of being crushed by them. Discipline today gives you that power tomorrow. It turns effort into leverage, sacrifice into strength, and hard days into a life with options. When you commit to discipline now, you are not limiting yourself. You are unlocking the future where you decide how your life unfolds. Struggle is often misunderstood. We're taught to believe that if life feels heavy, if progress feels slow, or if the road feels painful, then something must be wrong. But the truth is the opposite. Struggle is not a warning sign telling you to turn back. It is a signal that you are moving forward. Growth, real growth, has never been comfortable. Every meaningful transformation in life begins with resistance, pressure, and uncertainty. Just like muscles only grow when they are challenged and stretched, your character is shaped when life asks more of you than you think you can give. When you face struggle, you are being trained. Every obstacle is quietly teaching you patience, resilience, and humility. In moments when things don't go your way, you learn how to adapt. When plans fail, you learn how to think differently. When you fall short, you learn where you need to improve. These lessons don't feel rewarding in the moment, but they become priceless later. One day, you'll look back and realize that the challenges you once prayed to escape were the same challenges that prepared you to handle success with wisdom and strength. Struggle also builds emotional endurance. It teaches you how to keep going even when motivation fades. Anyone can work hard when the path is clear and the results are instant, but it takes a different level of strength to show up when progress is invisible, when doubt whispers in your ear, and when the finish line feels far away. That's where discipline is born. That's where confidence is forged, not from easy wins, but from surviving hard days and continuing anyway. Every challenge sharpens your skills. When you're stretched beyond your comfort zone, you're forced to learn, to improve, to rise. You discover abilities you didn't know you had. You realize you are more capable than your fears ever told you. The pressure you feel today is shaping you into someone who can handle greater responsibility tomorrow. Life doesn't give big opportunities to unprepared people. It prepares people through struggle first. Most importantly, struggle builds character. It teaches you empathy because you understand what it feels like to fight unseen battles. It teaches gratitude because you no longer take progress for granted. It teaches courage because you learn that fear does not disappear, it is faced. The person who emerges on the other side of hardship is not the same person that entered it. They are wiser, stronger, and more grounded. So, if you're struggling right now, don't label it as failure. Label it as training. You are being shaped for a future you can't yet see. Stay patient, stay committed, keep going. The struggle you're in today is not breaking you. It is building you into someone capable of carrying the life you dream of. The future doesn't reward what you plan to do, what you wish you would do, or what you promise yourself you'll start tomorrow. The future responds to what you do again and again, especially on the days when no one is watching and nothing feels exciting. Consistency is the quiet force that shapes destinies. It's not dramatic, it doesn't always feel inspiring, and it rarely gets applause, but it works. When you show up daily, even in small ways, you are sending a powerful message to your future. I can be trusted.
Small efforts matter more than big bursts of motivation, because motivation fades, but habits stay. Anyone can work hard for a week when they feel inspired. Very few people are willing to do the same small task every day for months or years without immediate reward. That willingness is what separates dreams from results. Each small action may seem insignificant on its own. One workout, 1 hour of study, one disciplined decision. But when repeated, it creates momentum. And momentum is powerful. Momentum carries you forward even when your energy is low and your confidence is shaken. Consistency builds identity. When you act daily, you stop seeing effort as something you try to do and start seeing it as who you are. You are no longer someone who hopes to succeed, you are someone who shows up. That shift changes everything. Over time, those repeated actions compound, just like interest. What feels slow today becomes unstoppable tomorrow. Progress you can't see today becomes results you can't ignore later. Ordinary people don't become extraordinary by chance. They become extraordinary by refusing to quit on the basics. They keep doing the simple things long after the excitement wears off. They understand that success is less about talent and more about staying power. When others stop because it's boring, difficult, or uncomfortable, they continue. That's how momentum is built, step by step, day by day. Consistency also builds trust with yourself. Every time you keep a small promise, your confidence grows. You begin to believe in your own word. That self-trust is priceless because it fuels courage, discipline, and resilience. You stop needing external motivation because your actions prove who you are becoming. In the end, the future rewards those who are patient enough to work without immediate praise and disciplined enough to repeat small efforts daily. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work. Momentum will take care of the rest, and one day, people will call your success extraordinary, not realizing it was built by ordinary actions done consistently over time. When you work hard now, you are doing far more than chasing personal success. You are quietly redefining what is possible. Your discipline becomes a message, spoken without words, that effort still matters in a world looking for shortcuts. Every early morning, every late night, every moment you choose responsibility over ease, you are setting a new standard not only for yourself, but for everyone watching you. People may not applaud you today, but tomorrow they will ask how you did it. And the truth will be simple. You refused to quit when quitting was easy. Hard work reshapes your identity. It trains your mind to trust itself. When you repeatedly show up, even when motivation fades, you prove that your actions are not controlled by mood, fear, or comfort. That self-trust is powerful. It changes how you walk into rooms, how you speak, and how you make decisions. You stop hoping for luck and start relying on preparation. You stop waiting for permission and start creating opportunities. In doing so, you become living evidence that effort outperforms excuses every single time. Your persistence also breaks generational patterns. When you choose discipline, you show others, your family, your friends, the people who come after you, that circumstances do not define destiny. You demonstrate that consistency can rewrite stories that once seemed fixed. That is how legacies are built, not through one big moment, but through thousands of unseen choices made with integrity. Long after the struggle is over, the results remain, quietly speaking on your behalf. Working hard now teaches patience, humility, and resilience. It prepares you to handle success without arrogance and failure without collapse. When rewards finally arrive, you are strong enough to carry them. You don't crumble under pressure because pressure shaped you. You don't fear responsibility because responsibility trained you. This is how discipline beats luck. Luck may open a door, but discipline keeps it open. And perhaps most importantly, your effort raises the bar for what you expect from yourself. Once you experience the power of persistence, you can no longer accept mediocrity. You understand that progress is earned, not gifted. You realize that greatness is not reserved for the chosen few, but available to those willing to commit daily. That realization is freeing. It puts control back in your hands. So when you work hard now, remember this. You are not just building a better life, you are building belief. Belief in effort, belief in consistency, belief that ordinary people through extraordinary persistence can create something that lasts. And that belief, lived out through action, becomes your legacy. So stand tall, stay focused, do the work others avoid today, so tomorrow you can live with peace, purpose, and pride. Your future is listening. Make sure your actions speak loud and clear.